Imagine saving a woman and her kids from struggling in poverty only to get no appreciation and no gratitude. Get disrespected, get told you need to do more to take care of kids that aren't yours, and eventually get discarded with no return on your investment. How many men watching this had gone through a similar situation or know a man that went through this exact scenario and took a fat L? I know I have, and this is why I would never suggest it to any man that wants to have a future to become a step dummy. This is just my opinion, but any man with this RP knowledge that sacrifices his life for another man's seed just to get a piece of peace sleeve is a flat-out idiot, and you deserve everything that comes your way. There's too much information and examples out here in these streets to prove that saving single moms is a fruitless endeavor that yields damn near zero benefits. And the worst part is 99% of men would not raise a stranger's kids if he was not getting any wet vice grip, and that's why it's so sad. Men will literally flush their lives and financial future down the toilet just to feel a warm wet hole on their salami a couple of times a week if he's lucky. That's it, you men give up potential or literal six figures or millions of dollars so that you can push and shove someone's peace sleeve that laid another man's kids. I mean, how sad is it that you'll flush your financial future down the toilet when so many single women would love to have kids? Every day, a childless single woman in your country becomes 18, and you're telling me that because of shame or some other reason, you overlook all of those women just to get a ran-through single mom. How am I supposed to take y'all seriously when this is the goofy-ish I see you guys pulling off just to bust a nut? It's pathetic. I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm actually disappointed in a lot of you men that let society and other people's opinions dictate the direction of your life just so that you don't look like a bum, a creepy old man, or a medophile. This has got to stop. I have a grandmother, and this broad looked at me and told me I should get a single mom and help raise her kids. Do I need to say that again? My own flesh and blood, the woman who birthed my mother by one man, allegedly told her grandson to go and wife up a single mom and take care of her kids. This is where we are, gents, which shows you that women don't give a crap about us. This woman wants me to give up my life and future to rescue someone who made nothing but bad decisions and wrecked their life and future. You cannot make this ish up. Let me ask you a question. How many of the ultra-rich do you see running around here with Pookie and Ray Lil Ninjas? Like, for real, how many of the Jeff Bezos and Elon Musks of the world do you see rescuing Strygnicia's snotty-nosed kids? I need to know because, obviously, if the wealthy aren't doing it, why on earth would you, a broke ninja watching this video right now, start taking care of a single mom and her kids? I need to know what could possess you to do something as stupid as that. And do you know what the worst part is? It's always broke dudes and brothers that do stupidish like this. I've never heard a successful white man say we need to save the community one stepfather at a time. I can't with you guys. You need to get your crap together and realize we aren't running a charity or a cult, or we are going to sacrifice ourselves so that someone else can prosper. F that. I will not support any of you watching this video if you choose that path. My message is clear, leave single moms alone and let somebody else that's a dummy save these women and take care of their kids. You can most certainly smash and beat the juices out of that wet vice grip and treat her well, but you dare not commit. I'm not saying don't smash or treat them well. They're human beings just like you and me. However, if you decide to commit and take care of a woman and her family, then I've lost all respect for you as a man who has taken this RP. I don't care what your reasoning is, once you leave the normie world, there's no way you should be making mistakes like that. And to make things worse, some of you guys knock up a single mom and get put on child support. You marry her and adopt the kid, then she divorces you and puts you on child support for kids that aren't even yours. And some of you fight the mother in court to get partial custody of another man's seed. How the hell can I take you guys seriously when this is what you guys are out here doing? What has to happen in your personal life for you to become that down bad that you will fight to get custody of another man's kids? I must say that my hope in humanity is gone at this particular point. I think we are due for an asteroid to purge this earth, but you guys choose to put yourselves in this position, so whose fault is it? Can we blame these careless 304s that are letting dudes bust up in their wet vice grip? Or should we blame the dummies that are choosing to be willing participants in step dummyism? I leave you guys to be the judge. Tap the like button, guys, and get this video to 600 likes. I have a channel on trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can be halfway monetized, so if you want to help a brother out, go over there and subscribe. I only need a couple more subs and I'll hit 1,000. I'll link it in the description box and pin it in the comment section. With that said, I think I drilled the point home, so let's get into these single moms. The first thing you need to understand about most single moms is that they're desperate. I know the media wants you to think that women are out here making it and men are the ones that are falling behind economically, but that's not entirely true. You see, it's very expensive to raise a kid today, let alone by yourself, even if you make a decent salary. As you know, apparently there's a gender pay gap, which doesn't exist, by the way, and women are always in need of money because, according to them, they're not paid enough. That alone tells you that most of them are struggling if they are complaining that they're not paid enough. So when you meet a woman with a kid or multiple kids by different baby daddies, chances are she is surviving off government aid and child support from the men she won't allow to see their kids. So when you meet her, she's desperate to get any man with a good financial situation to come and help her out of her situation. And remember what I've said in previous videos, desperate people are dangerous. So it's highly likely that she'll come into your life not to add, but to leech and suck you dry like a parasite until you have nothing left to give. At that point, she'll either leave you if you didn't commit or put seed in her belly, but if you were stupid enough to put a baby in her and a ring on her finger, then she's got you by the balls. She'll have guaranteed child support, guaranteed half of what you own, and guaranteed alimony just because you wanted to play step-dummy. So you must be careful when messing with single moms because most of them are desperate and will do whatever it takes to survive, even if you have to be collateral damage or the sacrificial lamb. Are all of them desperate? No. Will all of them F you over? No. But do you want to take the risk of finding out whether or not she'll use you to better her and her kid's life? Apparently, a lot of you do, so have at it. I know I won't. Next on the agenda, single moms will not prioritize you or let you discipline their kids. If you guys want one of the most unfulfilling jobs on the planet with zero benefits and compensation, then look no further than becoming a step-dummy. Listen, gents, and listen well. Women only know what true love is after they've had a child. If she hasn't had a kid yet, she'll think she knows what love is, but it's until that woman pops out a kid that loves her unconditionally, depends on her to survive, won't judge her for the mileage she puts on her peace sleeve, and has to nurture and teach will she discover love. You can't compete with that as a man no matter what you do and how many things you provide her with. And as a result, the biological father will be bumped down a couple of notches on her priority list, and the child will be at number 1 or 2, depending on the woman. Some women will put themselves before their babies. I've seen enough careless mothers in my lifetime to confidently say that. Now, if the kid's biological father is at number 1 or 2, where do you fall, Mr. Step-Dummy? Have you guys ever stopped to think about that before putting on your cape to rescue these women? Based on what I've seen, the kid's woman, pet, family, job, boss, religion, baby daddy, and best friends usually take priority over the step-dummy. At best, you're in the top 10 on the priorities list. At worst, you're at the bottom of that list. With that said, I don't know about you guys, but why on earth would I want to be dead last on a woman's priorities list? I mean, is that where you guys really want to be after all the sacrifices that you've made? I know I will never put myself in that position as a man. Therefore, I will not put on my cape and rescue a damn thing. You guys can do it if you want, but not me. I refuse to get treated as less than when I can just stay by myself and be number 1 on my priority list. Also, how many times have you heard the kid of the single mom you were messing with or hear that kid tell his step-dummy that he's not his daddy? Seriously, how many of you have listened to that BS after all the sacrificing you've done to put food in that ungrateful kid's belly? Then when they do something stupid that warrants punishment, the mother swoops in with her cape and tells you you don't have the authority to discipline her kid because you're not the father. F that. I've heard it happen to other men, and that won't be me. You guys can put on your step-dummy suit and go rescue a woman and her kids, but not me. The gents will be over here living the free agent lifestyle, single and childless, for the foreseeable future until they baby trap your boy. But hey, have at it, gents. You guys can go and do the so-called right thing and save the community one step-dummy at a time and flush your finances down the drain. I'll be living the good life in peace, quiet, and freedom. That said, on the screen are our Season 6 RP videos with some of the coldest content breaking down how to make sure you don't get swindled by women, so click the video on the screen right now to take your daily dose of RP.